to another edition of Reflections. I'm your host, Habiba Shakir. I'd like to greet you in the name of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have two programs today. We have guests who are going to talk to us about some very serious information that pertains to the diaspora. Everyone knows from history how the diaspora had been responsible for building all of the West nations, Europe, the United States, Canada, and there is an effort being made by some very, very dedicated people throughout Africa and the United States. And also we have some help of Congress. They want to recognize and acknowledge the fact that slavery was responsible for building the West, and starting with slavery being responsible for building the United States Capitol. So in that regard, there will be a candlelight vigil. The effort is to light 2 million candles in the capital, Washington, D.C., and 1 million candles throughout the rest of the United States capitals. And also Britain has agreed to be a part of this effort. So slowly but surely we're getting towards the apology and perhaps the reparations that it's going to take to settle things and bring about justice. So with us today we have two guests who will talk to us about the upcoming ceremony. We have with us a gentleman named Ehi Emu, and he's Nigerian by way of Ohio. And we also have with us Constantine Bogle, who is from Jamaica. Welcome to Reflections, both
Thank
of
you.
you.
Thank you.
Starting with you, Ehi, who we met at the National Action Network of Al Sharpton at one of the meetings.
That's correct.
And when we had introduced that we were in the media, you wanted us to have you on, and I'm glad that we finally had an opportunity to work that out. So tell us about the Candlelight Vigil.
Well, the Candlelight Vigil was started in 1999 in St. Thomas, Jamaica, by the gentleman here, Constantine Bogle. And it was in honor of the great Paul Bogle, who died in Jamaica in October 24, 1865, while fighting for the freedom of his people. And we felt that it was time to celebrate it around the world in honor of the African slaves that died during the African slavery, the African Holocaust, and this during the slave trade. So like you said earlier, our goal is to have 2 million candles lit on October 19, 2008, at exactly 6 p.m. local time in every country, and 1 million candles in every nation capital around the world. It's not just a black event, it's an event that should bring humanity together so that we can cleanse the world of the greatest atrocity, which is the African slave trade. And that's what we're trying to accomplish this year. And we're trying to make that an annual event as well.
Okay, and Constantine, with regards to the slavery that is being spoken of in the Sudan, do you think that America and the West has to take the first step in cleansing the soul, or cleansing the psyche, or cleansing the world of this legacy of slavery before policing the other countries that perhaps are guilty of the same atrocity?
Well, first of all, let me say that I am the great-great-grandson to one of Jamaican national hero, who is Paul Bogle. Paul Bogle was a deacon within the Baptist faith, and in 1865, as my brother said, he was killed. And we just want to note that that is how we get started. And each year we light 1,000 candles back home in St. Thomas, Jamaica, to mark the death of Paul Bogle and those that died. And that is how the idea what came about. Now, as it relates to, there ain't anything that, whether it be the white man or anybody, is going to hand down to us. And I think the time has long passed and gone that we're sitting and waiting for a handout. We have the power to make this happen for ourselves. And that is what we are doing now. This is not something that I actually take up on myself. This is a message that I get to deliver from the Almighty unto the people, because the Honorable Minister Farrakhan bring 2 million men into Washington, but 2 million fire. Fire means cleansing, fire means purity. When the Almighty appear, he appear in the flame of fire to prove to the world that he's pure. So in order to bring back black people together, we can only do this through spiritual cleansing. And the only thing that I know of that is documented that can bring about that cleansing is fire. So this is an annual event that we want to have for black people. Just the same way the Jews have a Memorial Day, and America have a Memorial Day the 26th of next month, the Mexicans and so on and so on. Over the years we have been embracing everybody Memorial Day. The time has come for us to have a Memorial Day for ourselves and to ask all the other players, all the other people to come on board and support us the same way that we have been supporting them. Once we have established a Memorial Day, we have break the back of the beast, because that is forcing them to acknowledge and take responsibility for slavery.
Well, it looks like we are well on our way as a civilization, because you brought some articles here where the Senate votes to honor slaves. This is from the AP. The United States Senate completed congressional action on an effort to honor slaves whose forced labor helped build the U.S. Capitol, the seat of American democracy. The Senate approved by voice vote Friday a measure to authorize the Speaker of the House and the President pro tem of the Senate to set up a special task force to study the history and contributions of slave laborers toward building the Capitol.